Welcome to New Orleans and Yulman Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The option look. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for room, it's White. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. The give to the back. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. North Texas will have to punt it away. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. So Tulane's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes the sophomore running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. So now it's 2nd and long. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
Bringing the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running into the open space. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The official says no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Mean Green can be aggressive if they choose here on 2nd and short. The give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. On the option. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. Might have a chance. Makes it past the marker. The 10. Touchdown, North Texas. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out and execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he's going to bring it out. Find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. RPO complete to open the drive. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Running inside. It's McClure. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Here comes the heat. He's open on the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Looking for space. It's McClure.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There's a crease. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll give it to him again. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring them to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on the option. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Here comes the option. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. North Texas will try to pick up the 4th down here. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Maybe a crease. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. North Texas at the line with a new set of downs thanks to the running game. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Just going to keep it after the snap.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the right. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. The Mean Green move the chains with the passing game. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Looking for room. It's White. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Goes to the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. He'll toss it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Can't get him to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The run inside. It's McClure.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Connection to the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Here's a heat. He's got it. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Running inside. It's McClure.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
With the catch, it's Hill. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Green Wave picked up a fresh set of downs through the air. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking downfield on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Caught! And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. He's looking to pass. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Virginia Tech taking on the number 7 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
He'll bring it back looking for help. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Tulane has it back in the offense coming out to go on the attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point.
It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's McClure. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Tulane right back to the line. On third down, he drops the throw. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. Finding an escape route. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. They'll ride the hot hand, and he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Third down. Offense trying to go option, seeing if they can outflank the defense by pitching it, but nothing there. Great penetration up front. The defense looked like they were ready for it, guys, and they were able to come away with a massive negative play.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Offense working from the pistol. Right back to him on the ground. Hard-hitting tackle.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He gets a block. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Creates a little space. Nice move there. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the option. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. On the option. Quarterback keep. Now the pitch. Here's headed to the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Mean Green. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McClure. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Ocean from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Makes the catch. Running wide open down the gun of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. The option look. Hard running there. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Keeps it on first down. Quick toss. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Now on the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here comes the option. Pulls it on the option. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Slips a tap. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this first down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing.
Touchdown, North Texas. Great job by the back on the option. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Dumps it to the back. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, down here on the Tulane sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Tulane right back to the line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Green Wave in a world of hurt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now on first down from the 40. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense.
Finding some room. Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Mean Green. And the pummeling has started. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's McClure. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Runs through the tackle. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They'll run the option. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Goes to the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote